I just want everybody to be healthy and happy and
alive and breathing.
yes.
You know? We should also point out that as well as the two of us, we have Felicia Rashad is in the cast, and I'm sure everyone knows her. But
from
she
Bill
is
Cosby days.
from the Cosby, but she has also done so much wonderful theater in all across America and in New York, of course, and so she's part of it as well. And
now, what was the original purpose? Was it to help raise money just in that local area to help people there?
Well, the play does benefit the hurricane victims as well as V-Day, which is a movement to help abused and mistreated women all over the world that Eve Ensler started about 10 years ago. That's raised, what, $60 million so far, I think.
And it's for the Asha Cultural Center as well in New Orleans. And
so every time we perform, you know, we're giving back in some way, and when the audience comes, they're participating in this cycle of giving.
And tonight's gala also will benefit a local, what is it called? I'm sorry.
A local.
Battered women, or?
Yes.
The
Survivors of Katrina that are here in the Atlanta area?
No, it's a local.
No, the two of us are a great pair tonight. I mean, today.
Well, you performed late last night.
There's another organization that we benefit tonight.
But the proceeds go to charities and to help.
To a local,
Yes.
and forgive us, we haven't had our coffee. That's all it is.
Terrible hosts we are. We didn't give you the coffee when you came in. That's another idea.
No, of course you did.
Hey, you were there from the beginning, pretty much, of this, as it began to emerge.
Yes.
What did you learn from some of these stories? What kind of stuck out in your mind as you began to see this unfold?
Well, there's one story that resonates so much for me, and I think it has to do with something, in a way, that Senator Obama was saying the other night, which has to do with sometimes as a country, because we're such a rich country, that we sometimes get our priorities wrong, and things that we think are important are not necessarily that important. And this one story about this 81-year-old woman who was a coat check woman at a fancy restaurant. And the women who were coming to the restaurant would say, "Why are you always so happy? You're just always so happy." And she says, "Well, you're coming to this wonderful restaurant, and didn't you smell the jasmine before you came in? And don't you have a wonderful home or a hotel that you're going back to? And why aren't you happy?" And the woman says, "Well, you know, it's just so complicated." And she says, that's the word they like to use, that life is so complex, and that's why they're not happy. And for some reason or other, that particular story just really resonates, because I think, why aren't we happy? You know, we have so much, and as long as we can get up every day and say, what can I do today for someone else? And how can I begin to truly understand that the man who is sleeping on the street is me, is part of me, that we are all one. And I think this piece, through the adversity that all of these women and all of the people of New Orleans and the lives that were lost, something emerges, which is a very positive, a positive offering to all the people who come to see this piece. I'm a part of it because I believe in it, and I you know, because I can dash off and do Desperate Housewives any week, but I'm a part of this because I truly think it's wonderful. And also, we should point out, number one, she is spectacular and sings like a bird. She's phenomenal. And it's also quite funny.
Really?
Yes. And I'm the token white person, and I'm quite funny.
You're funny.
They have white people in New Orleans. Your people are being represented.
She's representing.
That's
right.
Oh,
No,
right.
it's delivered
And they
in-
don't get much whiter, do they?
It's presented in sort of a reader's theater, and yet acting, and yet music, though not quite a musical, but sort
yes.
of a combination of different forms of theater.
Well, it's integrated in a beautiful, natural way. I mean, I don't know that you can tell a New Orleans story without music. It's
That's a
part of
good
the
point.
culture, it's part of how they communicate. I mean, so
Absolutely.
it's like this, you know, it's almost unnatural not to have the music. And the music, Troy, the composer and writer, is so wonderful. It's a little bit of everything, you know, from calypso to R&B and jazz, and I love it. I mean, I was
music is
reading the
wonderful.
script for days before I got here, but to hear the music, I was like, oh, you know, I didn't know it was going to sound like that, or, you know, and the singers are phenomenal.
Well, and
I mean,
you're
it's such a
fantastic.
rich experience, and I have to say that we are at the 14th Street Playhouse, and tickets are available, and I want people to come early, especially all the people that know me in Atlanta. Please don't wait to the last minute.
Yeah.
Make me sick calling for tickets on Sunday night after I've been here for 2 weeks.
Yeah, the nerve.
Come now.
nerve.
That's right, because what if you want to come again?
Yeah.
You can't come again if you like it, if you come in the last performance.
That's a good point.
Is
I've
this
got-
going to become a more of a nationwide tour, do you think?
I hope so. I mean, that
Who
would
knows?
be
Yeah.
the goal. I think everyone should see this piece.
Well, to go from a 30,000 person theatrical performance to
To
300,
300. It's
you're going to get the feeling
very
of,
interesting.
Yeah. But I've got a really question I have to ask you.
All right.
Are you going to be on the next edition of Dancing with the Stars?
Oh gosh, I hope not.
Are you keeping secrets from me?
No, I can't dance.
I've been
at
trying to get
all.
on that show for
That would
years,
be,
and she
that would be a
gets it.
disaster.
Now, the two of you would be quite a pair. That would be something.
Yeah.
We
much
would
to
have
look
so
for.
much fun.
You would have a lot of fun.
I'd help you out.
I
You'd
would
cheer
watch.
me up.
No.
Oh,
Well, ladies, thank you so much for coming and for
Yes.
sharing this wonderful piece of theater with us. And I hope it does get an audience and can tour nationally. And just remind us as a culture of what happened historically at Katrina and to do something to give back in that way. Ladies, thank you so much for being with us. It's such a
pleasure.
pleasure
It
to
was
meet both of you.
wonderful.
It's
I had a great
wonderful to have
time.
this artistic, transformative experience and
Yes.
share it.
Oh, I like that. Artistic, transformative.
Well,
I'm
let's-
going to use that today.
we'll see if we can do that in the pack off because that's still coming ahead. But first, have you received your invitation? We'll talk to you on the other side of the break.